Hello, hello, hello. Pam 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 pam. Starship 7, 2 hours we said. Starship 7. We can watch it. Where is it? He's not alive. When was it? Today or? At 22? It's about 23 for us. Okay. It will be on YouTube, I guess. January 16. Yeah, January 16 is definitely today. Okay, I'm ready. I'm ready. Hello, everyone. Hello. Wow, the music. Music volume insane. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Yeah, there is the Starship 7 launch today, so maybe we're gonna watch it. It's in about 1 hour and 10 minutes from now. I think we can watch it. Why not? How are you today, guys? Everything is good? We have a picture of the day. An old screenshot, still the previous game. But anyway, we will keep those, just because, you know, we have a legacy and we want to remember our legacy. Why not? Why not? It is also an old screenshot. It's also an old screenshot. So, yup. I would like to finish this quest, but I mean, it takes a bit of time, right? It's not, I mean, unfortunately, writing quest is not fast, right, in any possible way. But, you know, we can, what was this? The rules for the Discord. Do we need all this stuff? I don't think so. Let me just check one thing. We had this crashes. Nah, this is stuff that is very, very, very old. So I definitely don't need it. Okay, so I want to keep the thing above because okay, so the quest will start with hello, Dr. Fish. Hey, you are on TV, yes. And also considering that these videos will are stored on YouTube, you are like in history forever, you know? You are forever in history. So how much we want to use ChatGPT for this? I would say as much as we can. As much as we can. The problem is that ChatGPT needs to know a bit of our characters, right? If it doesn't know the characters, it's definitely not going to do the right thing, right? Is not going to do the right thing. So the first oh wow, it's taking quite some time. Yeah, I understand that. Okay. Can you please select this or it's too hard? Okay, so the first is Burdes, right? Okay, so now, okay, let me go to ChatGPT and say, hey, now we need to create a quest, right? Okay. Now we have to create the quest dialogues. I will describe to you the characters involved, right? Involved in what they should say, and you will put it in and you will create the final dialogue text. Okay, please note that it may also include some visual elements. Example, a character nervously tapping his feet, etc., right? Etc. So okay, I hope it doesn't start, right? It doesn't start immediately creating the thing. For now, just listen. Can you do it? Oh wow. I mean, it's listening so much that... God, let me know the character details and dialogue ideas whenever you are ready and I'll help you craft the final text. Okay, good job. Okay, so the first character is Burdes, right? That is sending you to... Okay. It's a bit of a pain for me to type one hand, but that's what it is. The first character is I can maybe Burdes. The first character is Burdes Kirain. I knew you can copy this. The first character is Burdes Kirain, a Diaboli female. A Diaboli female, right? And then we can have this as a description. The designer character, the description, designer character, blah blah blah, and then okay. Now, so the first step of the quest, right, is your skin. Okay, my skin. What is my skin? My skin is a. Hello, Hula. Good evening. You reported 2 bugs on fly spray? Oh, wow. Important ones or bad ones? Movement and bug tracker. No, bug tracker, you forgot to set the category there. So the first one is what? Updating via PS Launcher does not free space from updated files. Yeah, that's possible actually, yes. Yeah, I think that's a good point. We may tools updater. We may change it, yeah. At least, I mean, he could in theory leave it for one release, but then let's say that when the next release comes out, you should at least clean the ones of the previous release, right? I think that would be a good idea. But I would say also in general, when he's updating, maybe he should clean first before updating so that it doesn't mess up with existing files. Yeah, I think it's a good one. I think that we should do it now. Is it high priority? Probably not, but log into the game inside a body of water cause jitter with player movement? I don't think so. Did you try it a few times or it will be cancelled by sprinting? Jitter meaning... Okay, I think I understand what you mean, probably. How can an image display? Because it's not an image. It's No, there is a known bug. It's nothing to do with water. It happens anyway sometimes. You just have to press sprint. Yeah, I'm aware of this one. It's nothing to do with water. It will happen to you also in other places. And I didn't fully get why it happens, but it seems that there is a misalignment between the server and the client in terms of your speed. So your client is going like at 600 speed and the server is going like at 300 speed or something. So it doesn't really match, and I don't understand. I didn't understand why, but yes, I'm aware of this bug. But it's good that you reported it, so we have it listed, right? We have it listed on the bug tracker. But I think it may happen also outside the body of water. I think. Because it was happening to us when we were testing fishing. It happened many times. You can reproduce you 100% when you spawn in the water. And when you spawn normally, it does not. So probably the server doesn't update your speed. I mean, a body of water, I mean, the fountain is not a body of water. The fountain is not a physics volume. So the fountain, I mean, is a particle with a transparent texture, but there is no physics there. There are physics in lakes, but not there. So it's a bit strange. So the first step of the quest is this: the player goes to Burdes, right? Goes to Burdes and asks something. No, asks if there is anything else. Ask if there is anything else. Anything else he can do for the essential trail, right? And she should answer that that yes, there is something, but the best would be to speak with Fallen, right? Fallen is the Innon, right? Is the Diaboli, right? Yeah, which is insane. I really thought it was a Stonehammer, but fine. I don't know, maybe originally it was, I don't know. To speak with but the best way to speak with Fallen. Here is the description. Here is the description. Yeah, this thing is a bit painful. Of Fallen, right? Fallen Medra. What? What is this? Huh? Fallen Medra. Okay, let's see what happens like this. I gave him enough information. Let's see what happens like this. Get cancelled by sprint. Yeah, it should also get cancelled by crouching. I'm ready. Fuck! Create the first answer of Burdes to the player approaching, to the player asking if he can help. Oh my god, I typed like 3 pages of text and now it will give me like 1 line of 4 words. I know. Okay, let's see. Player initiate a conversation. Is there anything I can do to help the essential trail? Bartelsky rain smiling faintly, place her hand on her lips. Her hands on her hips. Okay. She shifts her weight and taps her waterproof boot against the cobblestone. Her waterproof boot, huh? Because he knows that she's a fisher or what? How did he come up with a waterproof boot? Because it's written here. Okay, fantastic. I like that. Help, you say? Well, I'm always juggling enough work to make the river jealous. But I suppose there is always something to be done. Still, if you really want to make yourself useful, you should talk to Fonard. This is too hard, right? Someone is asking to help, and she should be nicer to the player, and excited that the player wants to help more the essential trail. Yeah, that's too hard. I mean, the way this guy did it is too hard. Like, you really want to help? Okay, I may find something. Maybe not. You suck. You know, I mean, it's not. Is there anything I can do to help the essential trail? Butterking's face lights up as she claps her hands together. Her voice carries a warm, genuine tone. Now he's exaggerating on the other side. Oh, it's wonderful to hear you want to do more for the essential trail. It's not every day someone steps forward and lend a hand. Yeah, exactly. But there's always something you can use help with, you know? But if you're looking to make a real difference, you should talk to... Is retiring my... Okay, I mean, it's okay. We can work with this and just change it a bit. Okay, so, I mean, I think he's probably too much text, first of all, and but we can start with this. At least we don't start from scratch, right? So the player will say, is there anything more, right? More, because he just finished the quest. Is there anything more I can do to help the essential, to know better the to help? I don't know if to help the essential trail or to learn more, let's say. To learn more about the essential trail. Bardes, we usually don't put the last name. Bardes' face lights up as she claps her hands together. Her voice, okay, and we can remove this. Right. It's interesting that he put it in bracket, in square brackets, right? How does he know? Maybe I told him in the past and he remembered, because I think that I did already some quest with him, and I think he remembers that we do the square brackets for the visuals. Ha! No, I would say ha, not ho. Ha! It's wonderful to hear you want to do more for the essential trail. It's not every day someone steps forward to lend a hand. Well, actually, I just asked about to learn more, but... she steps closer, her eye gleaming with appreciation. No, that's too much. Definitely too much. There is always something we can help us with, you know. But if you're looking to make a real difference, you should talk... Well, this is not really good. She can just say... it's about time you know other members, right? It's about time you know... It's about time you know other... members of the guild. I don't know if I want to call it guild or I want to call it faction, right? Or association. I think it's actually an association. Does association sounds okay in English for you English speakers, native English speaker hopefully, or not? It's about time you know other members of the association. So you should talk. To Fallen, right? Fallen Medra. He's a retired miner, sharp as they come. What do you mean sharp as they come? And deeply involved with the trail's effort. Okay, nice. She points confidently in a direction. No, I don't think she's pointing anywhere. And also this should be the continuation, I would say. You'll find him nearby, likely carving one of his beautiful jade pieces. Look for the green gem around his neck, you can miss it. You know exactly how you can help. It's too long. She can give you some indication though. Yeah, where is the guy? Where is this guy? I think he's in East Jayos, right? Na 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 na. Fallen. Where is this guy? Oh my, he's in a kind of a weird place. Yeah. Okay, so he's in the well. Yeah, she can say you can find in the east part of in the east parts of the city where the library is, but is in the lower. Ouch! Is in the lower part. We can say is that miner deeply involved. I think the player will say something here, right? So the player will say, where can I find him, right? Where can I find Fallen? And Burder will say you'll find him nearby. Go to the east part. When you press one wrong key and then you press a sequence of wrong keys, right? You can find it in the east part. Go nearby. Go to the east part of the city where the library. Where the Jayos library is. Jayos library is. And then walk down the ramp. Walk down the ramp. Okay. Okay, I think it's enough, right? I think it's enough. So she will give you the pointer and okay. So now the next dialogue is with Fallen, right? Is that per our map, right? Per our map that we have here. I have it on the other screen, but Fallen will so Fallen will it's okay, so now we need the other dialogue, right? So now can I speak because it's too hard without speaking? Okay, now the player goes to Fallen. Yeah, speaking is so much easier. Player goes to Fallen. And he will say that Burdes the names sent him and he's interested in the Essential Trail. Huh? What the fuck is this? And he is interested. Into. Okay. Okay. Now, Fallen will answer. Fallen will answer. Fallen will answer that the essential trade requires knowledge of the land and people keen on exploration, right? Keen on exploration, and for this reason, right? And for this reason, a very important item to have or tool, a very important tool to acquire, let's say, or whatever. Tool to acquire is the compass. Let's say a magical device. I'm not going to say that it's a magical device, but anyway, it is a bit of a, yeah, like a special device, or a, you know, a special device that can, I don't know, did we add any text on this? No. Special device that can guide you. How do you say? Guys, if you want to help me, please do. They can guide you towards your destination, following the main how do you say, what is north, south, east and east and west? They are directions. They are what are they? Following the main directions, the main winds, the main bah. Yeah, let's see what it comes out of this. Burdes sent me. I'm interested in helping the essential trail. Oh, it's a bit short. And it would be nice, like, nice to meet you, right? Are you fallen, right? I mean, I think this one we're gonna change. Probably gonna change all of this, but let's see how it is first. Positive Jade Carvin looking up with his warm smile. He set the piece down carefully, brushing dust from his hand. Ah, so Buddha sent you. Good to hear someone as reliable as her is sending folks my way. That's not too bad. He stands Strider, his voice talking to a thoughtful tone, and is gonna, okay. The essential trail isn't just about moving goods or making trades. Well, moving goods, I don't know. Well, yes. It's about knowing the land, understanding its secret, and having the courage to explore what lies beyond the familiar. I really like this phrase. It's very nice. It's very nice. You see that anyway. I mean, ChatGPT helps, really helps in this case, right? Because it really speeds up the creation of text. Now I can choose what I like and what I don't like, but it's definitely faster than having to invent it myself, right? He gestured with his hand, emphasizes his word. For that, there is only one tool. No explorer would be without a compass. It's a remarkable device guiding you north, south, west, or east to keep you on track, no matter how lost you might feel. If you are serious about adding the trail, you first have to craft one. I think it's very nice. I think I will not keep it exactly as is, because, but I think it's good. I think it's good. So I don't like the first one where he's saying, "Oh, Burdes sent me. I'm interested in helping essential trail," right? So I would prefer something like "nice to meet you" or something. Nice to meet you. Are you Are you fallen? Burdes sent me when she saw I'm interested in helping. I'm interested in the essential trail. Or when she saw I'm interested. Yeah, I think it's okay. Yeah, we don't need the quotes though, but Fallen poses his jade carving, looking up with a warm smile. She set the piece down carefully, brushing dust from his hand. I think it's good. I think we can keep this. It's a bit long, but I think it's okay. I like that. I like that. So Boris sent you. Good to hear someone reliable. This one I don't really love, but Fox my way. I can surely share some of my knowledge with you. Some of my knowledge with you. Okay. So now the player in theory here should say something, right? I don't know what the player should say, but it should be like, okay, go on, right? What the player could say. I mean, he could say that he helped us in fishing, or he already visited Delver in a bit of the land around, right? I visited Delver and a bit of the land around Idla, right? Which is in theory what his stand strider is voiced talking a thoughtful tone as he crosses his arms. I don't know. I mean, I think it's too much. We would just say, and he crosses his arms. I think is enough. Okay. So the essential trail isn't just about moving goods or making trades. Yeah, I think it's okay. It's about knowing the land, understanding its secrets, and having the courage to explore what lies beyond the familiar. I don't really like this, what lies beyond the familiar, but I would say explore the unknown. And having the courage to explore the unknown. Yeah. I think you can continue in the same phrase. And if you guys are skipping the dialogues, I will remove 1000 XP from you, okay? Don't skip dialogues in RPG, please. Don't skip dialogues. Skip. Hello, fake Crump. Hey, welcome. You are learning Unreal, very inspiring to see you work. Yeah, unfortunately today I'm not really working on something Unreal, but we have a game made in Unreal, which is this, and at the moment I'm flying just because I needed it, but yeah, this is a bit of our world, right? This is our city, you can see it there, and it is one of the main temples of one of the one of the important gods, right? We have an inventory system, containers, and other stuff, right? There is I clues in dialogue to teach player not to skip. Well, it is. It is. Our game is already pretty much like that. So there is a. I mean, if you don't really read that, if you don't understand at least the general sense of what an NPC is telling you, you will really have a hard time doing a quest, right? Because we don't guide you to the location, so the next location is not known unless you understand where you have to go. So our game, you have to use the brain to play it. You don't just have to click on stuff, right? It's not a clicker game. Yes, I tried it out, but I got lost in the caves. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the caves are. But now it depends how long ago you tried. Now the caves are easier because there were a lot of complaints on the caves, and before the caves were just one single. They were just one single level, right? So you had the entrance here and you had the exit, you know, here. But now it's different. Now it's made of different layers, right? And basically, I think it's 3 layers. And basically, when you finish one and you jump down, there is no way to go up, right? So basically, is 3 times easier, right? Because you can get lost only on one of the levels, but they are smaller, so it should be way easier to find the exit now. I think it was done like a few months ago. Okay. So now we are designing a quest for this item, right? Do I have a compass? I don't have a compass. Strange. I mean, I have a compass for sure. It's just not. But we are designing a quest so that the players can obtain. I don't have it. I think I dropped it somewhere. I have too many chests, and all the chests look the same, which is not a good idea. But anyway, this one, this. So it's basically a golden thingy with the directions on it that if you put it in your hand. If you put it in your hand, creates this thing at the top right, and when you rotate, the thing rotates with you. So you know that, for example, here, you know, is south, and here is north. Now, yeah. So while you walking, you so it's a compass. So we are creating a quest where you can actually obtain one compass. So look at nice to meet you. Visit the repeat. Okay. So now the player should say something else. Like they would be very useful, right? Would be like that would be the device will be very useful to me. Where can I buy it? Where can I buy it? Rain. And Fallen leans forward slightly, his eyes sparkling with curiosity. Okay. If you are serious about aiding the trail, your first task is to craft one. No one is selling those. I mean, as I know, right? For what I know. for what I know. As the process to make them process to, as many are missing the, as I don't know. Let's just say it doesn't know. No one is selling those for what I know. Maybe we can put this one before. Maybe to my knowledge. No one is selling those to my knowledge. To my knowledge. If you're serious about aiding the trail, your first task is to craft one. Well, your first task is to craft one. In reality, it's not that you are crafting it. It's that you are... your first task is to find all the components. Find all the components. And I can then craft one for you. Then craft... and then I can maybe... Wink wink. I can maybe then craft one for you. The materials are in dangerous areas or low stock. Yes, they are a bit in I mean, they are scattered around the place, so, and there are not that many. There are actually 3 pieces that we decided yesterday. So there is a special stone that aligns with the directions. It's basically a magnet of some kind, and he has that. And then there is a glass that you need to seal the stone, and then there is these golden foils required to focus the energy of the stone. So this guy now I have to tell you all of this, but this will be like 3 separate branches of the same quest, right? So I may craft then craft one for you, okay? So okay. I have changed the last phrase to be like this. Why sometimes it's not typing? I have changed the last phrase to be like this. So now Fallen... no, now the player will be surprised of the offer, right? Will be surprised of the offer, but Fallen will tell him that, hey, we are merchants at the end, and I cannot give you something for nothing in return. And so he will ask the player to go and obtain some wool to be used to polish his gems from a nearby farm. The farm is to polish not the nation, like Poland. To polish his gems, no, his gems. From a nearby farm. The farm is located east of the main city. The player needs to follow. The player needs to follow the road. We said Isoja Road 1, right? Isoja Road 1. Yes. The player needs to follow the road until and then just before the marble arch, right? The marble arch. You will see a kiosk on the left, and he needs to find Jakoska. Jakoska is a weird name. I don't remember how is the name. The name is Jako. Name is Jashowski. Oh wow, we also have Jashowski. Holy shit. Jayoska. What the hell? What is the name? Joshaskia. Okay, I will just search wool and probably we'll find it. I have it here in our thingy. Jashowski. Oh my god. Okay. That. Need to find Jashowski and buy one wool. One wool what? What is the name of the item? It's named wool whatever. It's named Jashowski. Name of this girl is a bit weird, but Cormy wool. One set of one. Do you say a set? Do you say a piece? Do you say a what? What is the unit of measure of wool? 1 kilogram, 1 piece, let's say 1 piece. 1 piece of Cormy wool. Okay, let's see what it does. This will take a lot of time, guys. This will take. I think it takes about 8 hours or 10 hours to create a quest if the quest is good. No, there was an error generating the response. No, please. It's dead. It's just a bit slow. I hope this service will not go away. Like too many people in the world using it, and they decide, well, now is $100 per month, because that would be a problem. I mean, it restarted from the beginning. Oh my god. This part we decided it was good. Just about moving goods or making trades. About okay. Okay, this one we already did, right? This one we already did. You'd craft a compass for me? No, I mean the player cannot ask that. It doesn't know that he's crafting that. Then it craft one for you. Yeah, because we said that. We said that. So yeah, the player can say this. So the player will say, you'd craft a compass for me? And Fallen chuckles slightly, shaking his head. Yeah, exactly. Chuckles slightly, shaking his head. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves. If you're serious about hiding the trail, again, I mean, you just said the same thing. No, this cannot be done. First, you need to find all the components. Yeah, let's say first you need to find. First you need to find all the components. Then I can maybe craft one for you. Eileen's. Why is repeating the same stuff we had before? Wait. What the hell? I need a variation of this one. Sometimes it doesn't take. I need a variation on this one as we used the same already previously. Fallen rests his hand on the table, leaning his lighting and his lips curl into a amused smile. There is no table. There is no table. Hello, Video Nomad. You can run local LLM if your GPU is beefy enough. Definitely not as powerful as ChatGPT, but getting there. Hi. Fallen shifts his stance, placing a hand on his hip and a knowing smile spread across his face. Yeah, that's better, definitely. It is definitely better. Should it be the same phrase or it starts to be a bit too long? I think it's okay. It should be the same phrase. Fallen shifts his stance, placing his hand on his hip as a knowing smile spread across his face. But hey, we are merchants at heart, and nothing in this world comes free. Yeah, I think it's okay. So before we even think about a compass, I need you to help. I need your help with something. Okay, that's fine. And the player will say. I mean, here the player in theory can also bail out, right? He can say, no, not gonna do it. I'm gonna search the compass somewhere else. But fine. Let's just do the happy path, right? The main path, and then we may add more if we want to make it more. I mean, to make it feel like you have some choices. The player will say, nothing in this world comes for free. So before we even think about a compass, I'll need your help with something. Okay. The player can say, if that's not more costly than the compass, you know, merchant is merchant. You know, business is business. If that's not more costly than the compass, I will do it. I think we can give few options here that at the end do absolutely nothing, but just for the player to be able to choose, you know, 2 or 3 things. So you can say, if what you ask is not more costly, you have if what you are if what you ask will not cost me more than the compass, I will do it. Or what you can say, what you can say, guys, invent two phrases. Will not cost me, not cost me. You can say something like, I just started, I'm not gonna question a master of the essential trail. I'm not going to question a veteran or of the essential trail. Or you can say, fuck you. No, fuck you, no. Or you can say, what? You can say, I really need it, right? Now I'm so curious about this item that I will do it anyway. Now I'm so please. I'm so curious about this item that now I'm so curious about this item that I will do anyway what you ask me. I will do what you ask. Okay, so we have these like three choices, right? Fallen picks up a small unpolished gem and turns it over in his hand. Why? Ah, yes, because he has to ask for the wool. So yeah. I think it's nice. So to polish my gems properly, I need cormy wool. A fine material that's hard to come by. Well, I don't think it's hard to come by, but anyway. That's, let's say, not easily found here in the city. That's not easily found at high quality, with high quality in the city. I mean, I don't think it's hard to come by, right? So it's wool, so you will get it in the city for sure, but maybe it's not enough quality, right? The one that the shops are just selling in the city. You can we check if it is not sold also in the city? Because if it's sold in the city, this whole thing goes to GG. Cormy wool. Cormy wool. I don't have a way to search for an item, which is super annoying. I think I need that. I mean, I need that in this UI, right? Because yes, I can go under list item, but there is no search items, right? And it's very annoying. So usually I have to go here and then find, you know, the and I don't even know where is it, right? So it can be anywhere. So now I have to go to the database, search in item stats, find the ID, So it's kind of annoying actually. Anyway, 4809. 4809. Okay. Category is 22. So it's actually animal parts. Okay, fine. So we want to check with the if we have any merchants. No, the only place is Jashoki. This is the only place where you can buy it, so I think it's good. Which is a bit weird, right? You can buy it only there, but anyway, fine. So in 10 minutes there is the start of the countdown for the SpaceX flight, Starship 7. Starting at 10:57, so in 7 minutes from now. Wow, we're gonna watch it, no? At least few pieces while we work. Why not? Okay, while we work on this quest, I mean, right? So, full obsessed to polish a gem properly, I need a cormy wool. A fine material is not easily found with high quality in the city. There is a farm east of here, east of the main city. Let's say east of here, you can say. East of here, where you can get some. Follow the road. Follow the road for Ojaveda. For Ojaveda. And just before the Marble Arch, you'll see a kiosk on the left. Look for Jashowski there and buy a piece of cormy wool for me. Think you can handle that? He grins, slipping his gem back to his pocket. It'll be a good start and make sure it's worth your while. I'll make sure it's worth your while. I think this is already a long phrase, so the player should say something, right? Should say like, okay, I'm gonna do it. Something like, yes, I will be back, right? Player would say, yes, I will be back with the wool. Yes, I will be back with the wool. Right? And Fallen can say this, right? Greens. It'll be a good start and make sure it's worth your while. Okay. Okay, so basically now the player goes to buy. Now we don't have any dialogue with the lady because the lady is a merchant. So you just go there. I mean, you can ask her about the wool if you want, but you can just buy it like this, right? You buy one, and you have it, right? And you have it. So you will buy one, so 150. We can also say, it'll be a good time, makes you worth a while. The wool will cost you 150 coins, so be sure to have that when you reach Jashowski, whatever is the name, right? Yes. Okay, so now the player goes, buys the thing, comes back, right? Comes back. So now the player goes to buy the wool and comes back to Fallen. Goes to buy the wool and come back to Fallen, right? So here the thing becomes kind of complex because now we have 3 different pieces, right? So so I think that we need a piece of the quest that is actually explaining the 3 pieces, and then each branch, right, starts with a quest chain, right? And you cannot continue unless you you really start that branch, right? Yeah, I think so. So we need a common phrase, and then which is basically this one: explain the compass made of 3 pieces, and then these 3 things start, right? So like the player goes by the wool and comes back to Fallen. Okay. So Fallen will explain. Will explain that the compass requires 3 pieces. One stone that actually he can provide. One stone that actually he can provide. I don't know why when I type it's automatically stopping, but that one stone that actually he can provide. Then a glass. I might want to call it a magical stone or a special stone. I say a special stone. One special stone actually can provide. One glass, rounded glass. Fuck you. One rounded, well, rounded, let's say circular glass, but one circular glass used to seal the stone, and 2 foils of gold used to focus the energy of the stone inside the device. The storm. Device. Okay, so basically he has to tell him this, right? Okay, still typing. I don't know, sometimes it stops as soon as I type something, sometimes it's just recording forever. Okay, we need the dialogue for this part. Do 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 do. It's not starting. It's not starting. No, copyrighted music, GG. Copyrighted music, GG. Yeah, but it starts now, but then when is the actual flight? Like in 2 hours or what? Because I mean, if the live is starting now, I think that it will be a long time before we actually see something flying. Wait, I forgot. I don't. Where are we? Okay. I got a Cormy wool you asked it for. Fantastic. Yeah, let's copy this and then we will update it as needed. We will update it as needed. Player. I got a Cormy wool that you asked for. Okay, fantastic. That is exactly what I needed. Fallen takes the wool from the player, inspecting it carefully. Takes the wool without from the player. From the player, I think it's pretty bad. Takes the wool, inspected it carefully. He nods in approval and places it neatly on his workbench nearby. It doesn't have a workbench. Let's say just he nods in approval. Okay. He nods in approval. Yeah, actually, he should have a workbench there. I mean, he should have something, but unfortunately, certain NPC are just there, you know, but they don't. That is exactly what I needed. Nicely done. You've got a good eye for quality. I give you that. Okay, that's nice. I think we can keep it. He crossed his arm, his expression turning more serious but still approachable. What do you mean? Now about that compass. Yeah, let's remove this. I think the player can just say tanks or something like that. Player can say tanks or can say... I think giving few options is always a good idea, right? But can we give few options without... I mean, can we give few options pointing to the same answer or not? Yes, because if we do P, 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 right, and then... right, we can, no? We can have multiple options pointing to the same answer, I guess. Or not? P short trigger. Okay, I did it. Trigger is defined by P. I want multiple options to point to the same answer. I don't think that's possible actually. I mean, we can give different answers, right? But I think it would be nice to have PPP and then just one answer. Now, let's see what it is. If we make a simple question, the first step will be to step the Peter. If there are several options, you will have to create one P and a menu for each of them, right? Yeah, so no, it's not possible. Okay, fine. That's okay. We can do it like this, give multiple menu options and yeah. I mean, I can find maybe some examples and see if... But anyway, I can do it with multiple responses. It's okay. I mean, he can answer different things based on what you said. It's just a bit longer, but we can do, or we can just have exactly the same answer. But yeah, I think it's nice if we can give few options, right? Maybe we can implement something like this in the future, so that, because I think that database wise, right? If we think to an NPC trigger, and no, because the trigger doesn't say. Because the trigger doesn't say the response. It's the opposite, right? So it's the response that is pointing to the trigger. Yeah, you see the response as a trigger ID. So it's bottom up, right? It's bottom up. So in reality, you cannot really do the opposite. So you really need to have 3 responses for 3 triggers, right? Unless, you know, the trigger is multiple triggers, but you only have 1 trigger text. If it was trigger text 1, 2, and 3, then we could do that. But at the moment, that's not possible. You fuck. Yeah. Okay, fine. Okay, if we can have different answers. If not, it's not, no worries, right? No worries. So the player will say, thanks. Thanks. What is needed? Like, can say what is needed. What is needed? What is needed to build a compass, right? And he will say about a compass. No, without about. You can just say the compass is not. Yeah. You can say the compass is not just an ordinary device. To craft one, we'll need 3 specific components. Right? He raises 1 finger and emphasizes his first point. Okay. A special stone, a magnetic stone to be precise. I didn't say magnetic, but you know, the ChatGPT at the end put it in. I mean, he understood that is a compass. So a special stone, a magnetic stone to be precise, is what gives the compass its ability to guide you. Luckily for you, I have 1 here. 2 I need to be cut and refined properly before it's usable, right? Okay, fine, but he can do that for you, right? But thanks to the wool you brought me, I will give you the stone free of charge or whatever. I will give you the stone, right? So I will but I will cover the stone. How can he say? He can say I will provide the stone thanks you to but I will provide, yeah, let's say in exchange to the but I will provide the stone. I will provide the stone, right, in exchange of the wool you brought me. Of the wool you brought me. Okay, that's good. Right, that's good. That's good. That's good. Then the player needs to say something, otherwise it's too annoying. He would say, what about the second piece or something like that? He would say, okay, one done. Okay. One done. The player will say. Okay, and Fallen, he lifts his second finger. His voice is steady and deliberate. What the F does that mean? He lifts the second finger. Next, I think his left second finger is enough. Next, we need a circular glass to seal the stone. He has to be clear and durable, the kind used in delicate instruments like those made at the observatory. Holy fuck! Did I tell him this or what? Did I tell ChatGPT about it or what? Or he just invented it? I didn't tell him about the telescope. Maybe I told him before. Yeah, I told him before. Yeah, I told him before when I was explaining the overall quest. Otherwise, it would be like genius reading my mind, you know? How is the starship doing? It's doing like this, so it's not doing anything. Holy.
Starlink terminals that combine Starlink, global navigation, and RF communications into a single unit. And then on the sides of the vehicle, we have these catch fittings. They're non-structural, but we're going to be able to see how they perform thermally during re-entry. We also smooth part of that tile line to address some hot spots that we saw during entry on the last flight.
Now the ship and the booster, they weren't the only thing to get some upgrades. On the ground side, several radar
25
sensors will be
minutes.
tested on the tower catch arms.
This thing is huge, guys.
Ways to measure distance between
this thing is
arms
insanely
and the vehicle
huge.
while we prepare for ship catch. Now this is just a handful of the many upgrades included on this flight that make this the most capable starship that we've flown so far.
And then something really cool has me super excited. We're going to be deploying 10 Starlink simulators that are similar in size to our next generation Starlink satellites. With pretty unparalleled payload capacity and full reusability, Starship's going to be able to deploy our more advanced V3 Starlink satellites, which is going to help us continue to revolutionize global connectivity. Each of those Starlink V3 launches on Starship is going to add about 60 terabits per second of capacity to the Starlink network. And that
Holy moly, this thing, bro.
We're getting with
look at this
flight on a Falcon 9 right now. That just helps.
How big is
Starlink's
it?
Impact in the coming years as we expand access.
Look at the
to
height
internet all around the world
from the ground, right?
And those Starlink simulators are going to be on the same suborbital trajectory as Starship, and they're expected to demise upon entry. Starship itself, its trajectory looks very similar to all of our last several flights, suborbital, splashdown targeted into the Indian Ocean, a couple hundred miles off the western coast of Australia. And then the other on-orbit thing we're doing is going to be relighting a single Raptor engine while in space. We knocked that out last time. V2 ship, new propellant system. Let's do it again on this one.
Ship's going to be busy. Now, of course, we can't forget to add that today's Super Heavy booster is reflying flight-proven hardware for the first time. A Raptor engine that flew on the booster that was caught during Starship's 5th flight test. You can see it there on your screen. This flight-proven engine, we've got Raptor 314 there, hence why there's a piece of pie on this nozzle. Maybe we can get that image rotated so you can see it a little bit better. Yep, there we go. If you didn't already know, we like our jokes around here. So that's what we have planned for today's flight test. And so far, everything is on track as we continue to count down. We're now within 23 minutes of launch. We're at 22 minutes. And
22 minutes. Can you remind me, guys, in 22 minutes? So we see this thing flying? That would be fantastic. Okay, second, we need a circular glass, blah, blah, blah. The kind of using delicate instrument like those made. I think you should not say observatory yet, right? You should just say indelicate instruments, right? And then it will say third. And finally, 2 thin foils of gold. These aren't just for show. They focus the energy of the stone inside a compass, making it work as it should. Fantastic. This guy has answer to everything. Absolutely fantastic. Let me drink something because I'm dehydrated. Nothing better than water. Okay, so these materials aren't easy to come by, but if you are serious about this, I can guide you to what you find. I think we can skip this. I think this is really not needed. So I think that the player here can just say, I mean, if we want, we can ask him, but I think it's like a rhetoric question, right? So the player arrived up to here, you know, and he already went to get the wool, come back. So it's not that now the player says no, right? So I think that the player can say, I assume this will make me explore some new places as well. I hope. Let's say I hope. No, I assume. I hope this will make me explore some new places as well. Okay. So now, so basically the stone is already provided, right? So the player basically needs to do 2 things, right? Okay, so now, yeah, so now basically he needs to okay, the player accepts the quest. The player accepts, and now we need now need the dialogue. Need the dialogue. Hello? Hello? Say start spelling. What? I don't know why it works sometimes yes, sometimes no. Need the dialogue. Now I forgot what I wanted to say. We need the dialogue for why? We need the dialogue for the first piece, right? Which is the scientist thingy, right? Yeah, exactly. For the glass. The glass is found in the observatory, which is located to the west of the main city. After the fortress, on top of one high mountain. Where's the main city after the fortress on top of one high mountain? Okay. The glass. I mean, Fallen is sure that someone in the observatory can provide the glass. Can provide a glass, right? I don't know if I'm gonna finish my quota for today for ChatGPT. Because if you speak too much with ChatGPT, you finish your thing. And you have to wait a day or so. He rubs his chin thoughtfully and nods. For the circular glass, there is only one place to go. So I think the player should. The player may ask like, I think the player may decide. Well, let me change this. I think the player may decide where to start, right? So the player may say, okay, let's start with the. Let's see. Okay, let's. Because if I say let's start and then is selecting the other option. The other option will also be now let's start with, right? So I can say let's continue, considering that the stone is the first one, so I can cheat a bit, right? Okay, let's continue with the glass, right? Let's continue with the glass. Or the player can say, right, let's continue with the gold foils, right? So the player can choose one or the other. If he chooses the glass, so are you keeping track of the 22 minutes or no? Raps for the nods. For the circular glass, there is only one place to go. The observatory, right? The observatory. It's west of the main city, past the fortress, perched high on the mountain. This will also on the mountain. The player may say what I wanted to say before, but I deleted it. Great, this will make me explore some new land. And Fallen will say exactly. They make all kind of specialized glass for the instruments there. Someone at the server is bound to have what we need, or at least know where to find it. Just be polite, those folks take their work very seriously. Okay. That's fine. I think I like that. It will say exactly. They make all kind of specialized glass for the instrument there. Someone at the observatory is bound to have what we need, or at least know where to find it. Just be polite, those folks take their work very seriously. Okay. No, I don't like this one. I think it should say would not be easy to distract them, but because they take their work very seriously. I think it would be, I don't know, I can say that they are a bit crazy scientists, right? Yeah, I would like to change this phrase saying... I would like to change this phrase. Making a joke about crazy scientists. Just be polite, those scientists can get a little, let's say, passionately eccentric about their work. One wrong word, they might lecture you for hours. Okay, I think it's okay. I think it's fine. Just be polite, those scientists can get a little... I don't know, this passionately eccentric. Can get a little too focused. Can get a little too focused on their work. One wrong word and they might lecture you for hours. Okay, I think it's good. I think it's good. Okay, we have that. How many minutes are missing, guys? Are you taking note of the time or no? Minus 22.
52 seconds.
Organizations
Minus 9.
Down in Orange County all the way up to Malibu. That is
Minus 9, huh? Minus 9, guys. One more organ, I lecture you for hours. Okay, so next what? I think it's enough, right? Yeah, I think it's enough. I think it's enough. So the player will go. Right, the player will go to the observatory. Okay, now the player goes to the observatory. And we need the dialogue he will do with Ritva. Here is her description. Ritva. Anyway, I think that ChatGPT is shortening the time by at least 3 or 4 times. I mean, it's true that I'm giving him a lot of input, right? But at the same time, you know, it's very helpful. I mean, it's insanely helpful. I cannot say anything different. I mean, it's insane. It's absolutely insane. What? What do you mean picture? The player approached Ritva, who is polishing part of the telescope with a focused expression. She paused, looking at an expressive approach. Okay. Is there something we can do for you? Make it quick. I got more gears to grease than time to waste. I like that. I got more gears to grease than time to waste. It's not bad. Even if she's not really greasing the telescope, I guess she's more studying, but it's okay. I think that she also does that somehow. I mean, she's an optical engineer, right? We said so. She does an optical equipment. So what does the player say? I think the player can say something like, hello, are you Ritva, or whatever, right? Now, one thing that we want to introduce, let me see what we said. We said that no, I mean, ChatGPT is suggesting us to do basically another quest. No, sorry. This is the info. This is the information for the dialogue. She makes lens and glass. You may be aware of the compass. Interested to this object as a scientist. To this object as a scientist. Yep. As a scientist, she needs. Wait, no, that is not gonna work. She needs you to bring an order for 10 blank books to Jayos in Isla. In why from? In Isla, because she cannot leave the observatory because she's waiting for the Shin constellation to show up in the telescope. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. How many minutes? You're not checking, guys, huh?
Is in addition to apply.
Are you?
Minus 40 hold a couple of times.
Minus 3
most
minutes?
usually one of
Okay,
the
we can
items,
watch
but
it.
We aren't tracking anything right now that would
We
cause
can
us to
watch it.
hold there. We can hold there for several minutes. Main thing you're watching at is you kind of set a clock because your temperatures will change and the fuel in the locks, everything pretty quickly. So you've got a couple of minutes that you can hang out and figure things out. There are items that if we pass them, we're scrubbed for the day. One of the main ones is that flame deflector at the bottom of the launch mount.
2 minutes, boys.
That
That is kind of an historical flight. I don't know if you follow Starship or what it's doing, but it's kind of an historical launch. I mean, every launch of Starship is historical, but this one is a fairly complete one.
Which is incredible given the sheer volume of propellant that is on board the vehicle there on your screen.
All right, coming up on the 2-minute mark. Again, a lot of ambitious things on the plate for Starship today.
T-minus 2 minutes.
New ship, new year, a lot of upgrades, doing a lot of ambitious things in space this time. Our first payload deploy, relighting a Raptor engine. We're looking good.
So as we mentioned before, we have an opportunity to hold at T-minus 40 seconds, not tracking any issues at the moment that would be necessary right now. So fingers crossed we can pass through that checkpoint without stopping. But the folks on console are continuing to evaluate the launch commit criteria, making sure that the winds are within
1 minute.
any other weather restrictions. But
It feels a bit like New Year's Eve, you know, like countdown.
Oh yeah, little breezy today, but we got
Countdown, let's go, boys!
So at this point, all the props
Let's
on
go!
the vehicle, we've closed everything out. We're doing our final thrust vector control, or steering for the engine checkouts. Once we hit the 30-second mark, we'll hear the flight director give the final go for launch. So we're under a minute. As we said, we're not expecting a hold at T-minus 40, but do not be shocked if that happens. It has happened in the past, and we can hang out there for a couple of minutes if we need to.
if memory serves me right,
Let me hold my breath for 4 seconds.
Pass through prop load gate.
All right, we passed right through that prop load gate.
hot diggity dog.
All right, so we're going to let our flight director, Ty Huntington, take
Flight
it
directors,
away.
go for launch.
And 20 seconds.
20 seconds. 15 seconds.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Holy shit, bro.
We have liftoff.
What is this thing? Oh my god, the energy, the trust that you need to leave this planet is insane. Oh my god, what is that? It's like an entire skyscraper flying into the sky. Look at the engine. Look at the engine.
All right, we're more than 30 seconds into flight. Telemetry showing 33 out of 33 engines as it's pitching down range.
Booster, chip, avionics power, telemetry nominal.
Here are good call-outs on the ship and booster avionics. You just heard the rumble hitting us about 6 miles away. Watching Starship arc into just endless blue skies right now.
There is a piece here on the left that is like detaching. You see
More
it?
than a minute into flight, the vehicle's supersonic.
Max Q.
There is a piece on the left that it was like about
We
to
just passed through Max
detach.
Q. That's the greatest stress the vehicle's going to experience. On
Look,
the
look
way
here on the
uphill.
left. Look,
Reminder that all
Here.
of our teams down here on the ground are now
there is a
looking
piece.
at systems on the tower. They just did a manual check through. That's going to inform that manual flight director's decision. Next moment coming up, though, is going to be hot staging. Don't take your eyes off it. It's one heck of a light show.
What a gorgeous ascent.
6 ship engines getting ready to ignite. That's going to happen while we're still attached.
You see that the planet is now flat? For the people that say that it's flat?
We can still see the ship's engines from the ground.
That piece,
A
stop
little under
it, stop
30 seconds
moving.
Away from that, we are hearing good call outs on the tower preparedness from the manual checks. Reminder though, we've still got automated checkouts on the booster and the ship itself.
Do you want to walk on the
As of right
ship
now,
or
our
not?
manual checks and our manual commanding is looking go for a catch.
Booster engine cut off.
That is incredible news. We just heard the call out for booster
Right,
engine
Nico.
cutoff.
Engine startup.
Most engines come
Whoa!
those
Stage
middle
separation.
3.
Holy shit!
Cruise back burn startup.
Where is that thing going? Where is that thing going? I hope it doesn't follow my house.
All right, hot stage
Raptor, chamber
confirmed.
pressure
We've
is
got a
nominal.
booster hopefully on our way back to us, and a ship now making
Oh,
its
wow.
ascent burn into space. How's it going in Hawthorne, Jesse?
It's great over here. You can hear the crowd screaming for every milestone. The booster is now making its way back down to Earth. Looks like we have 12 of those 13 engines ignited. We're using the engines that actually gimbal.
We are
So
go for booster return.
Ah, the engines are here.
an excellent call out there. We are go for booster
Ship
return.
avionics, power and telemetry nominal.
There's a lot of criteria that needed to line up to ensure
The engines
that we
are on
could
the
have
bottom
a
left.
Burn shutdown.
a safe booster catch, and it sounds like we got the go for that. And there you can see on your screen, we had we just jettisoned the hot stage, and there's a great, excellent view there of the hot stage floating away from the super heavy booster. Now we've shut down the engines for that boost back burn. That confirms boost back burn is now complete. That was the first of 2 burns required for the vehicle to make its way back down to Earth. And next coming up will be the landing burn. That's going to be 13 of those center engines igniting again. And that will then go down from 13 down to 3 engines just right before we touch down for that booster catch.
Holy guys!
Now, reminder,
This thing
our
is-
stage 1 objectives are to
This thing is
have
flying on our
controlled
heads right
ascent,
now.
Stage separation, as well as a controlled
It's flying
boost back
above
burn
our
and
heads
hot
right now.
stage, as well. So we're looking good for that so far. Some great views there from the ship of Earth. That looks incredible.
Look at our little planet.
Starship's ship is still firing its engines right now.
Starship trajectory nominal.
And great call outs. Starship trajectory is nominal. You can follow along the telemetry, the altitude in the bottom left-hand corner for the Super Heavy booster, as well as the bottom right-hand corner for the ship. And these views are just amazing.
Amazing, huh?
Again, the booster is currently making its way back to the tower today. So we're looking forward to a booster catch with the chopsticks.
The chopsticks, they
meantime,
call it?
You can see
Okay.
those grid fins there, helping to.
There is the booster
control
going
the
back.
vehicle and guide
Oh my
it
God,
back
it's so
to its
fast.
Landing site.
It's going down so fast.
MTS is saved.
Now with that, we're going to hand it back. How's it going over there, Dan and Kate? How are you doing, Kate? Seeing that in person.
Oh my God.
You know, Dan had to take that entire segment because I couldn't talk. That was incredible.
There it is.
We can see the booster coming back in now through the plume. At least it looks that way to us.
Do you think it will
It's
catch
incredible that
it?
Basically returns. It looks like a speeding, just like
Ship
this
Raptor chamber pressure is
silver
nominal.
flare.
Oh my God.
Coming back to the
It's
once
like a
again, we are
building
standing by for,
flying down.
attempting to catch the booster at the tower.
That's like a
This would be
freaking
the
skyscraper
second tower
flying
catch.
down.
Booster landing burn
Landing
startup.
burn.
Oh my
Seeing
God.
13 engines.
Uh-oh.
Booster now hovering as it aligns.
Oh
with
my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh.
Coming in.
Holy shit.
To that boom, Kate.
Down to 3 engines.
Holy shit. Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. How can this thing be catch that
You heard
way?
it here. Vexzilla has caught the booster.
Once again, for the second time, a successful catch
Insane,
by
bro.
the launch tower. This is the same tower, the launch pad.
Absolutely
where
insane.
That booster took off from just 7.5 minutes ago. Great view from the
Bullseye.
chopstick arms, looking at those hypersonic grid fins that steer the booster for that precision landing.
Wow.
It
And I
almost
mean,
looks
you
like it's
can-
flapping its
Yeah,
wings.
you can see just how small that catch fetting is too on something that's just so massive.
That was absolutely insane.
Meanwhile,
We're not done, but
we're
wait,
not
there's
done
more.
yet.
Wow,
Hello,
that is just
Sneaker.
absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
And this,
the
of
way-
course,
the way it is-
a gorgeous view there from the tower looking
The
down
way
at
this
the top
booster
of the
comes
booster.
down, right, is insane because it looks like he's on the wrong trajectory for some reason. Like, so he's a bit angled and he's really going down fast, but at the end is like sliding in, you know, and going down perfectly. But he really looks wrong when he comes down, right? So you are like, no, 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 and then he fits in.
Just this silver flare in the sky, and we can still see the launch plume behind us. And wow, that we definitely I can't speak for you, Dan, but that was very moving for me.
Yeah, and right now you can see some of the telemetry on those ship engines has gone out, and we're waiting for an update on what our ship status is. We were approaching that ship engine cutoff time.
We were working on some of our quest stuff,
Just
but
waiting to
then
hear. So
there is this launch and
obviously we've got
we watched it.
booster back, booster on the launch tower in the chopstick arms, but we are waiting to get an update now on the ship. As we were expecting ship engine cutoff about 40 seconds ago. We saw some of those engines start to go out prior to that point.
Where is the starship? Did you
So
lose
right
it?
now we are
No.
just standing by to try and get the latest word on where we are with ships. So stick with us for just a couple of minutes as
Ouch.
we wait to hear some
Ouch.
updates.
Now, if you just recently joined us, you might want to hit rewind and go back.
It's a bit strange they don't give an update on the ship, so maybe there is a problem on the ship and they don't say it. I don't know, because they should have full telemetry on everything, right? So anyway, let's see what they say.
The booster performed a flip maneuver and returned back to the Gulf Coast here. There you can see it on your screen. Obviously a successful catch back at the launch tower, which is something that we were all hoping to see and really couldn't ask for a more beautiful background with those blue skies and blue water there. As Dan said, we are standing by for an update on the ship that had ignited its engines and started making its way up to space. So standing by for more info.
Did they
on that.
lose the ship or what?
But
Where is
wow,
the ship,
what-
guys?
what
Where
an
is the
experience
ship?
to see that take off and for that booster to come back. You can see it there up close on your screen to the place that it launched from. Once again, there were thousands of catch commit criteria, which is basically just all the things that we have to assess and evaluate. and basically
scary
make sure that
moment.
They are make sure that everything is clear and acceptable conditions, both on the vehicle side.
Scary
as well as
moment. Where is the
power side
ship?
In order to enable that catch. So obviously from the last two flights that we have done where
Where is the ship?
Flight 6 we attempted but had to divert into the ocean. And then on Flight 5, we did have the first ever successful catch of the booster. We used the learnings of those 2 flights to hone in that catch commit criteria.
They lost
and we
it.
saw success today, which is pretty awesome.
He's somewhere on Mars.
Quick
No,
status
Mars
check.
is
So
impossible because it's
we're-
too far.
we
But
currently do not have comms with the ship, so trying to figure out exactly when that happened and exactly what happened. So obviously the flight controllers right now going through their data, looking to make sure it's not anything instrumentation on the ship, but actually
they don't
try
have
and give us some
comms
status. So again,
with the
we're
ship.
gonna
They
keep
lost. They
listening
lost
in on this. We'll
communication
give
with
you
the
an
ship.
update as soon as we have a little bit more. So for now, stage 1 back in the tower, waiting to find out a little bit more about stage 2.
Oh my god, they lost it, boys. They lost it in space. No. They freaking lost it in space. They lost it. I cannot have this open if my... Ah, yes, I can. But if I go here, what happens? Ah, I can't go here. Okay, that's good. We can leave it up there. We can leave the audio on as well, but I don't know. I fear something. I fear something happened because the fact that they said that they have no communication with the ship, right, is insane. And that is a huge ship, so it can fall down. I don't know. It can go anywhere, right? So it's like having a skyscraper in the sky. Well, it is in space actually, so I think it's more likely that it just
So
goes.
if you are just tuning in, we caught a booster, but we are still waiting to find out a little bit more on the ship. So it had successfully separated. We did that hot staging maneuver. We did see all 6 of ship's engines on the way uphill during its ascent. But as we were getting to the end of that ascent burn, we saw engines dropping out on telemetry, and we have since lost contact with the ship. So
Holy
again, we're still
shit.
listening in on the loops, trying to figure out how much we can get right now. But again, stick with us. We'll bring you updates as soon as we hear them. Really exciting. We were able to catch the booster today. Obviously, we want to get the ship all the way over to the Indian Ocean. May not be able to do that at this point, but we'll give you some updates as soon as we hear a little bit more about the ship.
For those that didn't catch earlier, this was a new version of the ship. This was its debut flight. So a lot of learnings here for sure as we continue to tune in and listen in with the teams and try to gather more information to understand where we stand with the ship. But as Dan mentioned before, teams are trying to make sure that it's not an instrumentation error. We want to find out if it's, did we just lose communication or did something else happen with the ship? So teams are actively working, trying to figure out what we can find out, and we're continuing to listen in and find out more information to share as we can. But as we said before, and you can see it there on your screen, what a beautiful, beautiful sight to see another booster back at the launch tower. That was successfully caught just minutes ago after sending the ship off into space, and having seen it for the first time with my own eyeballs in person, it was pretty awesome. And yeah, the thunder-like sonic boom was really fun to experience.
Yeah. So we are getting a little bit more. So we did lose all communications with the ship. So I mean, that is essentially telling us that we had an anomaly with that upper stage. So we were just coming up to the end of that ascent burn for the ship when
Holy
we stopped
fuck.
until. Or when
An
we,
anomaly with the
started
upper
to
stage.
lose,
No.
a couple of the engines, we saw those dropping out, and then we did lose telemetry from the ship. So that means we didn't have contact with it. So at this point, we are assuming that the ship has been lost. So this
The ship has
was
been
a
lost.
brand new vehicle, essentially. This was kind of an upgrade version. So with that, there's a lot of things you're upgrading, but there's a lot of things you're going to learn as all of those systems are now interacting with each other for the first time. But at this point, we did lose the upper stage of the ship. So again, we're gonna listen in and try and figure out a little bit more about what happened. And obviously, we'll do kind of a full breakdown once we get smarter ourselves in the coming hours and days as well.
For sure. Now, for those that have recently tuned in, we're now a little over T plus 16 and a half minutes after liftoff. We do believe that we have lost the ship during its ascent phase. It's
We lost the
successfully
ship,
separated
bro.
from the super heavy
We
booster.
lost.
But
We
during
lost
that
a
ascent
freaking
phase, a couple of the engines skyscraper dropped out, and then shortly
in
thereafter we lost
space.
communication with the vehicle. So we are assuming that we have lost the ship, but we are
No.
standing by to confirm that, and once we can, we will. But this was a new version of the ship, of Starship, and it was intentionally designed and flown in order to basically test the envelope, as we have done with every one of these test flights, the keyword there being test, and really trying to understand the boundaries and the maximums for the ability of this vehicle to fly and understand where those boundaries are. So we always knew that excitement is guaranteed today, success not guaranteed. And so yeah, we are standing by to see if we can learn more
Look at those,
about the status of the ship.
And those birds. Just close to the booster. No, we lost it. Where is it? Where is it? I want to know where is it. The ship and all the satellites, yes, because the satellites were inside the ship, yes. I mean, can the ship just launch the satellite by itself? I mean, is there like an automatic launch? Bro, we cannot lose it. It's just insane how many ships they explode, all paid by taxes. Well, I don't know, paid by taxes, I don't know. This is SpaceX, right? SpaceX is a privately owned company, so I don't know how many taxes are going into it, actually. It is not NASA, right? Or European Space Agency. He needs to be at the right place. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I understand. But even if he's not at the right place, maybe he can just eject the satellites, and the satellites will then move. No, will then move themselves. Oh my God, where is the ship going? Can someone with a telescope? We need a telescope right now. We need a telescope. We need a telescope right now. Go at the telescope, search for the ship. Uh-oh. I messed up. Go! I'm looking for the ship right now. No, we lost the ship. Holy fuck. That's so bad. Using the giant telescope to see where the ship is. Giant telescope. Over 15 billion since 2003 officially, plus the dark contracts. It's privately owned but funded by government contract, about 3 billion per year. Well, 3 billions per year for US is nothing, you know. US like reasons in trillions, so not in billions, right? So, and this is just one of the flights, right? And anyway, they recovered half of it, right? All these pieces recovered, so all the booster is recovered. So, I mean... Holy fuck, there are no news. There is just silence. This silence is terrible. There is just silence. No one is saying anything. So they just lost control, whatever. They lost everything. They don't know. No one knows what... I mean, they should be able to see it with telescopes, no? Or with... I mean, they have the Webb telescope. They have other telescopes in the space. Why they don't look at that? They are not pointing the right direction. Yeah, it could be. Oh my god, we lost the whole ship. Oh my god. We freaking lost it. Cannot believe it. I cannot believe it, bro. Cannot believe it. Okay, anyway. Our quest. Let's see if they say something, we will hear it because I have the audio on. Okay, so the player goes to Ritva, right? Player approach Ritva, visually adjusting the telescope. Is there something I can do for you? If it's about the telescope, no, you cannot touch it. That's not too bad. So the player will say something like, hello, are you Ritva?
Thanks everyone for continuing to stick around as we were checking in on the status of the ship. At this point in time, we can confirm that we did lose the ship. However, Starship, the total vehicle, did have an on-time liftoff at 4:37 p.m. Central Time from the launch pad just behind us at Starbase Texas. Gorgeous ascent and successful stage separation. The booster pushed the ship off, and the ship disconnected during that stage separation. The booster came back for a successful, the second ever booster catch at the launch tower, which was pretty incredible to see.
Yeah, it was great to see the booster come down, but we are obviously bummed out about ship. It looked like we lost contact with it a little under 8.5 minutes into flight. That's roughly when you start to get to that main engine cutoff. We obviously need to go through all the data. It's going to take some time. In the next hours, days, we're going to figure out exactly what happened, come back, fly the next one, get even farther. Reminder, it's a test. It's a flight test. It's an experimental vehicle. So we'll figure out what ended our day today and make sure it doesn't end our day tomorrow. So as we do that, we're going to continue to provide you updates on our X account on SpaceX.com. So just continue to tune in there as we learn what happened. We'll be ready to share it.
They don't have any information.
So for now, we are going to wrap up our webcast. We'd like to thank the folks in the...
Okay, wrap up the webcast. No, we lost the ship, boys. There is a freaking skyscraper flying in space that maybe is hitting other satellites. No? Holy moly. Holy moly. Anyway, it's a test. I mean, it's something never made before, right? So it's a giant ship that we never launched like that. So is you know, is a discovery, is a pure discovery at this point. Hello, are you Ritva? And she says, is there something I can do for you? If it's about this telescope, no, you cannot touch it. I like that. I like that. Player can say, actually I'm here about something else. Fallen sent me He said I might be able to get a piece of circular glass from you for a compass I'm helping in craft. It's a bit too long, but we can shorten it a bit. We can say actually I'm here about something else. He said I might be able to get... I don't like that. I think we should say like I'm searching. I'm in need of a piece of circular glass for a compass. I need to craft. I need to craft. Okay. And she says what? Ritva straighten up, finally giving the player full attention. An expression shift for one of curiosity. A compass, you say? Fascinating. An elegant tool, simple and constant and used by design. Is someone expecting one is essential trait to need? Well, that maybe she should not say. But, yeah, so she can say a bit of that. She can say, Ritva... Ritva finally gives you her full attention. Gives you her full attention. Her expression shifts to one of curiosity. A compass, you say? Fascinating. An elegant tool, simple in concept and used in design. I've seen a... I heard I don't know if she has one. Do you think that she has that or she got to wear a set of precisely cut lenses arranged on a buy table. That's nice. Compass, you say, fascinating tool again when it comes to design. She gestured towards a set of precisely cut lenses arranged on an arbitrary table. Yeah, I think I like this. I like this. I can cut a piece of glass to suit your needs, but I need a favor in return. I'm currently in the middle of a critical observation. Dashin is one of the rare constellations. Is expected to pass into view tonight. Well, they're saying to view this month or this week. I can leave the observatory until I recorded the details. Yeah, that's very cool. I like that. It is exactly what I wanted. I can cut a piece of glass to suit your need, but I need a favor return. I'm currently in the middle of a critical observation. Daishin, one of the rarer constellations, is expected to pass into view in the next days. I can't leave the observatory until I recorded these details, right? And the player can say, yeah, what do you need me to do? Exactly. This is taking shape anyway. What do you need me to do? Ritva steps over a cluttered desk, pulling out a parchment with a neat order written on it. Okay. A neat order. I need 10... Wow, 10 blank books? Oh my god. I need 10 blank books from Jayos in Idla. I use them for recording my observation and I'm running low. Take this order to him and let him know it's from Ritva. Well, let him know. It will be on the order, I guess. Take this order to him and once you return with the books, I'll have the glass ready for you. No, this is not how we're gonna work. Let's say take this order to him and he will send me the books with the next shipping. with the next shipping. Yeah, I think she can cut. I think she can cut the glass right now for you. So it's not that you have to wait or you have to go back or you have to whatever, right? So I want her to. Oh, I finished my plan. No. I finished my GPT 4.0. Response use another model until your limit reset tomorrow after 3 a.m. No. We finished the coins. Well, we also finished the time because it's midnight 10. So maybe we can finish here. But I still wanted to have one answer, which is I want. I would like Ritva to actually craft. No, I mean. Let me say this. I changed. The first one never works. I changed the last phrase to be this. I need the dialogue. I need the dialogue where Ritva is cutting the glass for the player immediately. The player returns with the 10 black box. No, she doesn't. It doesn't return with the blank box. You didn't understand. Yeah, you see, the other model is way more stupid. The other model is way more stupid. It's way because you didn't understand what I said. But anyway. So let's say that the player says, what do you need me to do? With recording observation, take this order to him and I will say, the player will say, okay, I will deliver your order to him, right? What if the player does not do it? Oh fuck, this is a problem because actually she gives you the glass, right? Unless we say that Jayos already had one of those glasses, so that when you go there, Jayos is giving you one of those glasses, right? Yeah, that will fix the problem because otherwise, you know, she gives you the glass. And you can just avoid going to Jayos, just trash the order, and you are happy, right? What about the glass? Yeah, that's kind of an annoying thing. How does she know that you are gonna give it to Jayos, right? I have to think about that, but now it's starting to be a bit too late, guys. So I'm gonna go. I will see you not tomorrow because tomorrow I'm playing tabletop. But I will see you Saturday. While we rotate this giant telescope. Look at that. Look at that giant telescope rotating. Oh, I cannot see it. But anyway. It is rotating. So yeah. I will see you tomorrow. And we will look at the sky to see if the starship falls on our heads. Hopefully not. I think it's not a good day for Elon, but anyway. Let's see. Let's see the next flight. Maybe the next flight will make it. So good night everyone. See you Saturday. If I can, I will try to finish this quest, right? I will try to finish this quest before, but it is long, you know, it's long. We wrote already quite a bit, but it is long, right, to do this thing. So as I said, I think it's 8-10 hours to do it properly. Yep. Okay, if you click follow on Twitch and subscribe on YouTube, that's nice. Also, it is free. And remember that our game is actually released. So you can go to our website, click on download now. And you can download it for Windows, Linux and Mac. And you can play it right now. The server is up. Waiting for you. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. Bye-bye. This guy punished because he liked Trump. I don't know. I don't know. Could be. Good night. Bye-bye.